3 years after the border clash on India's and China's disputed Himalayan border in the decades, the region remains tense. An important part of the buildup has been China's deployment of light tanks, which can maneuver well on mountainous terrain and deploy quickly in large numbers. Their presence has exposed shortcomings in Indian military armored inventory, which relies heavily on the main battle tanks that struggle in high altitude. Consequently, India is planning to develop its light tank to level the playing field. Light tanks. Light tanks are intended to provide direct support to infantry against enemy positions and light armored vehicles rather than square off against enemy tanks on their own. The design emphasizes speed and maneuverability at cost of armor and firepower. Interest in light tanks is growing and isn't limited to India and China. The US and Japan are also reinvesting in the concept, but China's and India's need is especially pronounced, as the terrain separating them is particularly difficult for the main battle tanks. This was proved in 2020 and 2021, when both countries deployed armored units to parts of the Himalayas with altitudes of 11,000 feet and higher. The low air pressure at those altitudes hindered the performance of the tank engines, and freezing temperatures forced the soldiers to turn their armored vehicles on for up to 30 minutes every 2 to 3 hours to prevent the engine components from freezing. Heavier vehicles also had trouble with the terrain. Despite the difficulties of the armored vehicles, neither side is willing to deploy troops to the area without them, largely because of the important role the tank plays on the battlefield. China has coped with these issues by developing its own Type 15 light tank, one of the few modern light tanks produced in the 21st century. Unveiled in 2016, the Type 15, also known as the ZDQ-15, weighs in 33 tons to 36 tons, depending on its load. The Type 15 reportedly entered service in 2018. China's military is believed to have about 500 in service. Project Zorawar. India's army hasn't had a light tank in service since its Soviet-designed PT-76, which was retired in 1989. Instead, it relies almost exclusively on its highly armored T90 and T72 tanks, which weighs about 43 tons and 46 tons respectively, and its own built Arjun series main battle tank, which weighs between 58 tons and 68 tons. Those tanks were acquired with Pakistan in mind, and they are better suited for the open plains and the deserts like the US M1 Abram tanks. India has tried on and off since 1983 to develop a new light tank but has never settled on a model. The Ladakh clash in 2020, followed by a Chinese military buildup in which the Type 15 operated with comparative ease, which prompted a new action to acquire a light tank. According to US news media Business Insider, in 2020, the Indian Ministry of Defense requested information from the industry about the production of 350 light tanks, each weighing no more than 25 tons and crewed by 2 to 3 people, which is less than what China's Type 15 ZDQ-15 light tank does, at least on the paper. Additional requirements included an autoloader, remote control machine guns, an ability to fire smart munitions, and anti-tank guided missiles, and ability to add explosive reactive armor blocks. Initially, there was speculations that India might buy 2S-25 Strut SG from Russia, which was repeatedly offered to transfer the technology needed to build it, but the Indian government has indicated that it wants its own domestic design. Last year of 2022, India's Ministry of Defense approved the purchase of 315 tanks, which will compose 7 regiments. Indian media has reported that India's army may increase the order to nearly 700 tanks or more. Indian firm the Larsen & Toubro was announced as the government's development partner in September, and the company was awarded the contract for the prototype in 2023. It will feature an 800 horsepower engine made by the German subsidiary of Rolls-Royce and 105mm gun turret made by the Belgian firm. Its combat weight is specified as 25 ton plus 10%. Transportability by the rail, air, road and water roads. It is amphibious capable. The light tank will provide a versatile platform with high power to weight ratio, superior firepower, protection, surveillance and greater communication capabilities. The light tank possesses the lethal firepower to defeat the armor of adversary, low-flying helicopters and destroy strongholds and fortification of the adversary. Indian officials have said that the first tank will be ready for trial testing by the end of this year of 2023 and that the initial order will number be 59 units. In what may be the reflection of the opponent the Indian Army has in mind for its new light tank, the effort has been called the Project Zorawar. China's Type 15 or the ZEQ-15 has 105mm rifle gun which is equipped with an autoloader and it has an ammo capacity of 38 rounds. Its secondary armaments comprises a remotely operated 12.7mm heavy machine gun and 40mm automatic grenade launcher. It has a top speed of 43 miles on a paved road and 25 miles per hour off the road. The tank is made of a standard steel but is fitted with explosive reactive armor blocks on its turret and sides. It can also be equipped with Chinese-made active protection system. The Type 15 is equipped with a suite of modern electronics including a laser range finder, nighttime and thermal optics, a warning sensor system, satellite communications, and inertials and satellite navigation systems. In addition to its weight, the Type 15 has other features that make it suitable for mountainous operations. Its hydro-pneumatic suspension allows it to aim its gun higher or lower than standard tanks, which is useful for its target high elevation. It also has oxygen generators which help the engine run at high altitudes. So what do you think? Can India's new lightweight combat tank, codenamed Zorawar, be a nightmare for the Chinese military's PLA? Post your comments below, and if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching, and this is WC Daily. Think big, think different. Bye.